Hello, and welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for joining me as I explore this amazing wide world of pens that we are so fortunate to have access to. So I do get a lot of requests, a lot, to tout some products. Most of the time I say no, but sometimes a product intrigues me, and this is one of them. As we take off the lid, nice giftable box. See a little insert, which is always good. No question where the product is made. And we have a nice, I think it's faux leather, pen sleeve. Always a good thing to have. And we have a pen. So the first thing you'll notice, it's not a fountain pen. It's a ballpoint. But it's made out of titanium. And I think it looks cool. And that's why I said, yeah, I'd love to receive one of your pens, and I'll put a review up so my viewers can also appreciate the pen. So we're going to explore this pen, talk about it, whether I like it or not, whether it works for how it's designed. Already I'm intrigued with those two little Keras custom screws there holding in the clip, and a very sturdy looking clip. So that's one of the things about a metal pen. It's sturdy. It should last a long time and be a keepsake and something you can give to your relatives in the future. So on the side of the box is their slogan, which I think is very appropriate. The art of machinery. Very indicative of the way the pen is made. So obviously the first question is, how comfortable is it? It is very comfortable. As they mention on their website, titanium just has a feel to it. For those that may have a plain titanium fountain pen that might have a titanium section, you know what I'm talking about. And none of these edges are sharp, even though the machining tends to make those flat spots really stand out. Yes, the pen is very busy. I read somewhere that somebody doesn't like that, but that's fine. You know, I got a lot of plain pens, so this is nice. It's not plain. And that clicking mechanism works very well, very clean. So as a pen, it works great. So if we look at, you can get this to their website. Yeah, the price is not inexpensive, but this is not everybody's pen, or it could be an everyday pen. Certainly indestructible. Throw it in your purse, your bag, carry it around. Don't worry about it. And yes, the finish does show up a little bit of fingerprints, but that's the nature of the beast. You can always get a little cloth and clean it up if that's something you want to do. I really can't stop looking at the pen, which is really part of the reason for the design and the amount of detail in the design, where every little turn of the pen provides a different look. I like it. Being a metallurgist, how could I not like it? But there are some metal writing instruments that, to me, don't live up to their potential, but this one, I think, does well. So obviously you need to know, what do I do if the refill runs out? So this is what's inside the pen. It's called a G5, not a G2, which is more popular. A little spring at the bottom. And what I find nice is the very fine threading here on this bottom finial. Nicely done. And the way the titanium is carved, it feels nice in the hand. So one thing that I was a little surprised about is this little white thing falls out. So you got to be careful to keep that inside when you're changing the refill. And this top ring here also unscrews. You could take those bolts out if you wanted to. So the pen is easy to disassemble. And there on the side is where the engraving would be. They do a nice job. Looks good. Wow. It's a number 1062. So when you get a new ballpoint, rollerball pen, usually the end of the refill is covered to make certain that the pen is nice full of ink when you get it. And I can imagine some people getting one of these, trying to write with it, and goes, it doesn't write. Kind of like when they get a fountain pen and they try to write with it, and they go, it doesn't write. Well, you got to put ink in it. And in this case, you got to remove that little covering. And bingo, now it's ready to write. I think the answer to does it write? Yes, it writes well. It writes like a rollerball / ballpoint, not my specialty, so yeah, I know there's a little bit of difference, but it feels good, smooth, easy to write with, which is what you want in a pen. So whenever I get a pen like this that's new to the market, at least new to me, I always think about what it takes to bring a product to market. I was involved in some, high volume retail for a while in my career. So I know what it's like to have a design, figure out how to make it, work with manufacturers. I mean, a few people may own their own manufacturing facilities, but then you're limited to what they can do. So you go out in the marketplace and find people to do things. And I'm certain that we've seen so many examples of what they're doing in China with machinery and metals and different materials, and just, I think, adding some variety to our options. And the varieties are good. They work well. So if you're in the market for a really nice metal pen, and it's lightweight, I think a lot of that has to do with those holes, but it just feels good. And it's indestructible. It'll last pretty much forever. So can't say that about a lot of other writing instruments. And something you might want to have it last forever because it looks cool. So with that, we've reached the end of this review. Hopefully it finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, finding some new writing instruments for you to enjoy. Put something in your hand, put some marks on a paper, share with somebody, write a letter. So with that, we're going to say this is the end. Thank you all for watching, and we will say bye until the next video.